want to take a moment before we start to acknowledge that I'm recording from the traditional and unceded territories of the Ni-Okaska, Kaskaskia, Ochehi, Sakowi, and Kikapoa people, and our game is set within the traditional and unceded territories of the Tunaha and Salish people. It is both an honor and a privilege to be able to work and play in these beautiful lands, and you too can go to native-land.ca and find out more about the indigenous peoples where you live.
Yeah, look at that. Do the thing.
You did it!
I know. Be so proud of me. Anyway,
I'm so proud.
yeah. So hello everyone. We're back to listen to dice. We're back to
Sorry.
laugh at my own stupid self. Play some Werewolf Wild West. Hopefully wrap up this little fun ghost story where, who knows, maybe everyone's gonna die this session. Maybe not.
Woo!
Mystery.
Yeah.
Likely. I put us in
you
such
did
a really dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically you did end in the afterlife, sort of. So you're halfway there. On that note,
It becomes a new story.
yeah. Who wants to give the recap from last time? Sounds like Lee, you're on it. I say sounds like I can't hear them, but
I choked on my chicken.
Oh no. Are you okay?
I'm dying on the inside.
Oh.
aren't we all?
Because you said he wants to give the recap, and my first thought was, I had a man's fist in my ribs, and then I choked. You were like,
It wasn't his fist, it was just his fingers. It was just the tip.
Oh.
all right,
Isn't
this
it
is
always-
fun.
So much
I gotta
better.
go.
Don't lie to me.
When they said size doesn't matter, they were lying. This is what they meant specifically.
Right.
Yeah, that-
What dice system?
D10.
10.
10.
Sometimes we're tens. Sometimes we're threes. It really depends on the mood, honestly.
Yeah, when you're a werewolf, you're always a 10.
You know, that's so incredibly real.
When you're a 10, you're a 10 for life.
I'm trying to think about what we did, because, like, literally the only thing that caused a significant emotional response was me having a man's, like, no, it was a vampire dude person thing.
Which still possibly male, as far as you could tell.
This mask motherfucker. This is why there's a mask shortage. To
To be fair, you didn't ask the gender of who was
I
trying to murder
put
you.
there was fingers in my ribs.
And then I yeeted us out of there.
I could say so many things, but I'm not going to.
Coward.
Say them, you coward.
Lee can't talk, or I guess Nox can't talk whenever there's a man inside them.
You just wanted to be Percy.
I mean, that's a me, right? Am I right?
Neither
I mean,
could
if
Lucky,
we don't-
apparently.
If we don't end with you and Percy, I mean, we can't end. We just got to keep going forever.
Oh.
That's what Rain's ultimately just trying to do. Is bullying into an enemies to love.
I would never.
You would. Don't
But,
lie.
you know.
I don't remember the beginning. I remember like us getting to a point where we were like, all right, there's some spooky shit happening. And we need to go figure out who. I don't remember if someone was getting kidnapped, if there was a lot of bodies. I remember that. I remember there being a lot of gore. I remember
Not so much
all the
bodies.
blood in the gore.
Pieces.
That's,
Yeah.
that's even worse.
Evisceration.
You're welcome.
This is like when they said girl that's a booty hole, this is what they meant. We tried to set the place on fire. Didn't work.
If it helps at all, the kindred that I play in Extral's Vampire the Masquerade game is just a less powerful version of what you guys fought. One day,
Why would you put
one
up
day
with
I'll
that?
be this creepy. What?
I genuinely just remember the end because I was like, damn, there's my ribs gone.
That wasn't even the end. was like 3/4 of the way.
You doubt how short my memory is. You really do.
That was the last thing that Lee remembers. That was the end for
Yeah, 'cause-
them.
Oh.
Because there was my ribs were gone.
That's fair. That's fair. So
I got
you
post-traumatic
guys,
stress disorder from it.
so you guys had started out trying to find out more about the ghosts you had seen during the dance and the slow burn romance with Percy. I
Oh my
mean,
god. Oh, because my sisters are assholes. I remember that. First she was like, "You want to dance?" And I was like, "Get, go, get."
and Knox, you and I believe it was Miss Irene, right? That was who you talked to,
Yeah, the
the
older
old
lady.
lady. Yeah,
Catherine? Was it Catherine? Was that the girl ghost name? Unless I'm
that was
thinking
the
of
girl
things.
ghost. Yeah, Abner
Okay.
and Catherine were the two ghosts, and then Miss Irene was the old lady, if I'm not mistaken, who you spoke with in the saloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to write down like what they actually did. I just wrote names, which is super helpful.
You know what? That's better than nothing.
That's true. That's true. That's my normal note-taking style. Because
My
every
DM
single
for my
time,
pirate game sometimes doesn't remember the names.
listen, I've been doing this for like 4 years, and every single time for the past 4 years, I'm like, it's recorded. I could just go back and rewatch it, and then I don't.
Mood.
Every
Then I
single time.
don't.
It's like 200 something episodes at this point. Anyway, yeah. So Miss Irene had given you some information, also just gave you a lot of shit about your
I love that old woman.
about your dance because now the whole town's going to be talking. Gave you a little bit of direction. You went and talked to Billy Bullock, who is the one who told you about this disturbing house that you went to that you couldn't find initially, but despite the magical protections around it, you were able to eventually figure out where it was hiding. And then, yeah, as was mentioned, it is real grody inside. The like first floor, whatever, wasn't that bad. It was just kind of unused, a little creepy because there were some shadows and things that Ollie saw while using their scrying ability. I almost said Auspix, but that's vampire. It's the wrong thing. Yeah. Yeah, so the shadows were doing creepy things. The three of you went inside and eventually ended up looking in the basement because that's where you saw things kind of going. And is real grody. Real grody. Just bones, rotten people, viscera, and a coffin. And I believe it was Knox who fucked around and found out, if I'm not mistaken.
That was
no.
me.
It was Holly? Oh, good. Good.
I just approached it and then it, pow,
I mean,
knocked me into the wall.
wasn't it you who tried to open it, though?
I didn't open it. I just walked up to it. I didn't even get a chance to reach out.
Okay.
And then the
Right.
shadow thing slammed me into the wall.
Yeah. And then y'all got your asses beat. Like,
Hey now. We tried.
This is
Did
now
you?
what dreams are made of.
did you? Because all of you were still in like mostly human or human form.
I
Hey now,
didn't
we
think
were
about
just-
it. Okay.
We were gonna
We
set
all
the
went-
building on fire and just have a good day with some mild amounts of arson. And that motherfucker said, "Ha, your rib's mine. Ha, your friend thrown." And we'll just leave Lucky
Yeah.
alone.
I've like never like last episode was the first time I transformed in like any of the sessions I've played. So outside of like just basic wolf, like oh we're running around, like
That's
Yeah.
true. Holy shit.
yeah. So
Damn.
it didn't
Yep.
even cross my mind that I could do that and that would be helpful.
The only time I've gone into Krynos is when I did it involuntarily.
Listen. I'm not here to tell you how to play this game, but you
Can you be though?
are werewolves. You should probably transform at some point. Just saying. Yeah, so we will get into that here. Where we left off, though, Ollie, you honestly, it was a legitimately good plan as far as you knew. You really couldn't have known how things would play out, but because of the Furcus, which is the like connection of like ley lines and things like mystical energies that separate this house from the rest of the material plane, you ended up in the Shadowlands, which is where wraiths, not always, but wraiths that can travel back and forth between the physical realm and the afterlife, will spend a lot of their time. So, yeah, where we had literally left off, though, is the three of you were surrounded by spirits, very angry looking spirits, menacing, holding weapons, mostly old timey weapons, like some of them holding swords. You do see some people with like bows and arrows or spears or like flint knives. Just a variety of things, you know. At this point, the Civil War, like you have like revolvers, more semi-automatic kind of weapons. There are several people holding like old black powder rifles and flintlock pistols, and just a smorgasbord of weaponry. What are the three of you doing?
So, do I have an open wound right now?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yes, you do.
How much am I bleeding? Was it like an
Um,
impalement or just like stab?
Oh no, it was I mean, technically impaled, but there's not a lot of difference between the two. Like at least
Okay,
two
let me
knuckles
rephrase.
deep.
Did it? So it didn't go all the way through, like from my ribs to the other end.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay,
you
cool.
don't have like just a gaping wound, but you do have
Okay.
an open wound for
I
sure.
feel like Nox is trying to figure out how to like stop it from bleeding.
Well, I will say, any of your supernatural forms, which is everything other than Hamid and Lupus, you can regenerate in. You cannot regenerate as a human or a wolf, but any of the other three you can regenerate in.
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
But
Am
if
I
you,
sheet A yet?
I will say, the Glabro, because that's still mostly human. It's just kind of the like old school universal wolfman where you just get kind of hairy. That one is more subtle. Like you could potentially shift into that form without drawing too much attention. I would have you roll for it, but that's a possibility. If you shift into like Hispo or Krynos, it's going to be basically impossible to disguise that. And especially Glabro would be very aggressive.
Because I took heavy damage, I believe it was.
You took some pretty serious wounds, yeah.
Um,
Both you and Ollie, I believe.
I took superficial. I think,
Okay.
Or yeah,
I have
but it has
Still.
seemed to. I don't know how much, because my health is all fucked up now. The document didn't.
Fine.
I
The
have
document didn't save it.
I have 3, and I think one of them is superficial, which is that mark I made on it.
The slash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the slash is superficial.
Tee.
What was my original?
Okay, and so transforming will heal it. you were saying?
It doesn't heal it automatically. Let me pull up the sheet because now I'm drawing a blank. If I remember correctly, Glabro, you can heal 1 point of superficial per turn, and then Krynos is 2. Let me double check. Actually, if you have your character sheet in front of you, it should say on the part with all the forms.
Yes, regenerate 1 per rage check for Glabro and Hispo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you do have to
And
make a rage
Krynos
check.
is 2.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it does run the risk of, especially in Krynos, of you going into a full-on like lose your shit and you start attacking everyone.
Mhm.
But it's fine, totally worth it.
So,
Yeah.
because you said Glabro is aggressive as well, I believe.
Well, Glabro would be aggressive if they can tell, like if they notice it, but it's much more subtle than the other two. Glabro is still mostly human.
Okay. And
Right,
we're
I'm
in
gonna-
the Umbra-ish
We're in
right
the
now,
Valley
aren't
of
we?
Death.
Oh, that's even worse. That's Death Umbra.
Technically, it is the Umbra. It's just the part of the Umbra that usually only the spirits can get to, like the spirits of dead people, not even like the regular spirits that you see in the Umbra.
Yikes. Oops.
Yeah, I think Nox is probably gonna ship into the Glabro to try and heal.
Yeah. First, give me the rage check, which is just a single D10.
Oh, which one do I want to use? You. That's a 3.
Okay, you gain a point of rage,
Boop, 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 boop.
which I believe you were at 2.
Was I?
That's usually
That's-
where.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
you normally start.
Because I think that's the standard.
Just depends on the storyteller. That's where I like to start out.
All right. So Godspeed.
Ooh.
Lee,
The 2
please
came from
give
Percy.
please give me a composure and subterfuge roll, please.
I think do I have some? I have 1 in subterfuge. Yeah.
I was looking. I'm like, man, how bad am I going to screw them with this roll?
Okay,
Not that
so
bad,
Oh boy.
in theory.
we'll do that. These will be my rage dice. That's 2.
Well, because you just gained a point of rage, you have 3 out of the 4 would be rage right
Okay.
now.
So these will be the 3 rage then. And
Which,
then I get-
just a reminder, when you get a 1 or a 2 on rage dice, it's bad. So don't
Yeah.
do that.
I'll try my absolute best. All right. You
Well,
said
it's bad unless
composure-
you're trying to something.
composure and subterfuge, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh shit! Come back here, you little bitch.
I will not.
You shut your face. That's 2 successes. Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to shift, and it doesn't seem like any of the spirits around you seem to notice. Like I said, it is pretty subtle. Now you're just a very hairy NB.
It'd be like that. It's winter time.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Yeah, your winter coat's coming in.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Forget about it.
Nox is just like wincing and grumbling about it too. Mad.
Oh boy. It's tempting to go Glabro, but
Well, you were already in Glabro, weren't you?
oh, you're right, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
wasn't sure if I
Either
shifted out or not.
way.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can go ahead, just make another rage check, and then
Cool.
either
My reach is
way,
at
just a single D10.
okay. Don't fail me, rainbow dice. That's a 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything special, but it's still
Ah,
you don't gain
okay.
any rage, and you heal 1 point of superficial damage.
Awesome.
And you can do that every turn. Since you're not in combat, it's a little less pressing, but
The other two is not superficial. That was my only superficial one.
yeah. So basically, you can't heal that all the way with just your regeneration. It does take a little bit more time, a little bit more. Like if anybody has medicine, you could not right this second, but you could potentially do something to help speed that up.
Oh, I have medicine. I have 4 in
good.
medicine.
So when you're not about to be murdered by dead people,
Yeah.
then you could possibly patch yourself up. Ollie, what about you? What are you doing?
I'm guessing I should probably go into a form of some sort, seeing as that was our main caveat last episode.
It's like the last episode of that other game that we played, Girl by Moonlight, where the first time one person transformed the entire game. The second time I'm like, y'all gotta be some fucking magical girls this time.
And I was just a magical girl the whole time. Basically.
Lee, I thought you were frozen for a second because you were just sitting there.
I'll go into Glabro as well.
You gotta sit there.
Yeah. Have a little dissociation as a treat.
It's like a reward.
So true, though.
Anyway, Alana, you're gonna shift. So go ahead and give me the rage check.
Okay.
5. Oops, all hairy people. You said 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gain a point of rage. Both Ollie and Nox are a little more short-tempered. But you do feel
Nox just shaking each other.
Basically, a point of superficial gets healed. But I do need you to give me the same roll, the composure and subterfuge, please.
Okay. Composure and subterfuge. Where are you, subterfuge? 1.
The very bottom middle.
2, okay.
So dramatic.
I don't have very much in either of these. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, shit.
I got a 2. It wasn't my rage die. A 3 and a 7.
That's fine. Okay, so it's still 1 success. I mean, realistically, these spirits don't know a lot about anything, especially like Garou related. So they could probably tell that something happened, but you also look different than they do. They're fairly translucent. You are very opaque, which is strange for the Shadowlands. That's not something they're used to seeing anymore, especially because all of them, as far as you can tell, have been dead for a while. Like, none of them seem to be recent wraiths.
Okay.
But now that you have taken care of that, it doesn't take very long, realistically, in the span of things to shift. It's a very quick thing. Do a little bit of regeneration. But you do have to do something. Doesn't have to be fighting. You just need to probably say something, at least. One of you.
Talk to them. Persuade them, maybe? Be charismatic?
I mean,
I was going to say, aren't you the most charismatic? I think.
Yeah. 3? Is 3 the most charismatic? And most persuasive?
I don't know what Lucky has.
What side are we looking for?
Any kind of like persuasion, charisma.
manipulation, even maybe.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's
I've
an
got
option.
2 in charisma, 3 in composure. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's always the least charismatic party.
Listen,
What have
nobody.
I done?
It's
Look,
because
I've
it's
got
because our
lots of
character
firearms. If you need me to shoot someone, I will do it. Or
It's
if you
because we
need
don't
me
have Mommy Stita with us.
to
Yeah.
bandage someone up, I can bandage someone up too.
We need mommy.
That's fair.
I can shoot you with a bullet and then extract that bullet.
I don't know.
The
I can just,
duality.
The same motion, like shoot
Yeah.
and then just pull it out.
I can
Yeah.
just parkour.
It's like
Parkour stealthily.
in old cartoons, like the kid would have the toy gun with the cork in it, and there was a string tied to it, and the gun.
Yeah.
So, pew, shoot it into you, and then just yank it out with the. Yeah.
I love it. So Ollie, how would you like to try to negotiate, parlay with these spirits?
Probably more of a parlay.
More of like what attributes and skills would you like to use here?
I will use my. Oh, could I use my beauty somehow? Or do they care? Sorry.
I'm gonna say no in this circumstance.
This form. Okay. I could use charisma and maybe persuasion. Maybe that we're allowed to be here. A little bit of fibbing. I don't think I have that.
Yeah.
Wait, let me check.
Also, because I just pulled up Nox because they were the one that I could get to the fastest.
Oh no, I feel like I'm about to be bullied.
Well, no, I was gonna say Nox because you have really good wits. I would let you use that, and honestly, probably even like insight to try and figure out a way to approach this.
Okay.
If you would prefer, because not that you're not great, Ollie, but you know.
Okay.
There's a lot more dice for Nox.
That's fair.
You
I
said
can't use my
wisdom.
intelligence.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, if you can give me a good explanation of how you do it.
Could I use my? Because I have 5 in intelligence, and can I use my like intelligence about the occult and specifically spirit world or ghosts?
I mean, it would be hard to use that to negotiate, but you could still roll it and see like what you can figure out.
Okay.
But Nox, go
let's
ahead
go
and do your
Nox.
thing.
It was wits, and what's the other one? Investigation?
Insight.
Insight. Oh, I got 3 in
You
that
got
hoe.
more. I'm gonna say you got more dots than that one.
Teehee. Oh god, this is a lot of dice.
I mean, if you ever somehow get to roll wits and stealth, it's even more dice.
Teehee. So 3, 4. That's 5 successes.
Nice. I think, Nox, you're able to tell as you are looking around, you can see that there's something on each of them that doesn't literally tie them together, but something that is on each of them. All of them have some kind of like shadowy binding, either around a wrist, an ankle, sometimes around a neck. And it reminds you of the shadows you saw in the house.
Oh. So maybe like a binding type of thing?
Yeah, it seems like, I think with 5 successes, you may not know a ton about vampires, but it wouldn't be that much of a stretch, especially because you do have pretty decent occult, to be able to figure out. Garou can do a lot of like, not outright magic, but it's very magical in nature. type things.
Mhm.
So it tracks that vampires would have their own, being supernatural creatures, that they would have their own version of that.
Okay. So Knox's assumption is that these creatures were probably killed and binded to that property. And the Umbra
Or to
being,
that vampire.
or to that
Mhm.
vampire. And because the Umbra is funky, they ended up here, and now they're just kind of sad. Um, I just kind of look at Ollie and Lucky, and I'm like, do y'all know by any chance how to unbind spirits from something, or do we have to like kill the thing that binds them first? Because those red things, the little threads. I don't know a lot about occult. I don't know a lot about the spiritual magic,
They
Bebop
say
magic.
when they have 3 out of 5 dots in a cult. I don't know a lot
That's
about a cult.
listen, that's on accident. I swear to God, I feel like Knox does that shit on accident.
I
Has
know
no
a
idea.
significant
I love that.
amount,
I
but
love
like
that.
basically nothing.
In comparison
Yeah.
to others, yeah. I am
I
just
also
Knox
have
is
3 out
just
of
a
5
little
in a
guy.
cult.
I
Huh?
have 3 in a cult.
Yeah,
Same.
we all have
3 in a
we-
cult. Yeah.
All of you have your
Maybe this was
undergraduate
like the wrong team. No face, all occult. We're not very well balanced.
It's only wrong if you're trying to do certain things, like talk to people.
Fair. Yeah.
Battle of Vampire.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, over the table, a lot of what went wrong with that is that you guys were being kind of cautious.
Oh,
I think if
I
you
knew
had
we should
gone
have set the
in,
whole building on fire.
just
that
Molotov
that could have
cocktails.
done things. But
I like how
also,
you
if you
said
had
that.
gone in a little more aggressively, you would have had a much better chance at holding your own.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
live and learn,
unfortunate.
or you don't live and you still learn.
Just I'll die.
Yeah,
Dead here. I don't know much about the Umbra as a whole, but this place looks like death. I don't think we're
Exactly.
dead yet. However, I was bleeding quite profusely.
well, and I know last time we talked about Ollie, because you are a very experienced Umbral traveler.
Yeah.
While you don't know how you got here, you don't know how to get here from the rest of the Umbra, you do know that there are stories, mostly of spirits escaping, of like Wraiths getting into the open Umbra, so to speak. Less of people coming here and then returning to tell the tale.
Oh, that's comforting.
It's more of people don't really know how to get there. It's very well hidden, very well guarded.
Okay.
And then the 3 of you stumble accidentally.
We just stumbled in here. No big deal.
Literally.
La, 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 la. Oh, we're dead.
Whoops. I will tell everyone that for sure.
And I mean, it was something that we had talked about last time. That's more of just like an
Yeah.
over the table reminder.
Okay.
So, are we trying to do anything with the like spirits that are here? Do y'all want to try and do something with them here?
They are looking pretty menacing, I will say.
Like menacing as in like don't talk to me resting bitch face, or menacing as in I will square the fuck up.
Oh, they are already squared the fuck up. They just haven't, made the first move.
Okay, so they're thinking they're gonna have to fight.
Oh, Mika, you're muted.
Damn it. I think we should get going.
All right, if that's what you want to do, we'll do that. And if we go back and set that building on fire from the outside.
Yeah, I think that would be lovely.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with the ghosties. They look mean. This is a dark place of the Umbra that I've never been. I don't know about y'all, but I just feel uncomfortable right now, and I don't like that.
Okay, well we can go. We can just leave, or try to.
Try to.
There is no try, just do.
Okay.
Listen, if we get out of here unscathed, I'll be nice to Percy. I swear to God.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'll be semi nice to Percy.
That's more acceptable.
How lucky it's just like Knox is a grown person. They can take care of themselves. Also, I'm
Yeah.
watching you, Percy. I don't trust your ass.
So as the three of you are discussing what to do, like I said, they're all posted up. They are ready to go. They're just it's hard to tell if they're scared or just hesitant to make the first move, but they seem to be holding their ground and not willing to just pounce on you necessarily. But the three of you, as you're talking, you see that this crowd around you starts to part, and a small spectral child
Oh, God damn it.
with the same binding approaches and says, "Who are you?"
I just look at Lucky.
I feel like this is a trick. We're not from here. I know that's pretty obvious. We're just getting out of your hair. Don't mind us, please.
Did Xenos get you too?
Who?
The mean person?
Did he have?
There are lots
like,
of mean people. Not
I
just kind
kinda-
of mean sometimes.
What does this person look like?
Really scary. And they just hold up their wrist, and you can see that they've got the same binding on their wrist.
Should we help free them?
Knox just kind of squats down to like eye level for the child, and is like, is he a really tall, kind of scary looking guy, and probably attacks people for no reason?
A vampire?
And they probably don't understand what this person is, but like they just start nodding intensely as you're describing them, Nox. And then, Lucky, whenever you say a vampire, their eyes just bulge in fear. Like they've heard that. They don't really know what that means necessarily, but
That just
they've
means
heard
he's I feel like Knox is like, that just means he's a really scary man.
Yeah, he chased us here. Yeah, so not fans.
Did he kill you too?
He tried.
He tried, and he failed.
Well, the rest of us are here because of him. We can't leave. We can't move on. And again, hold up their wrist with the binding.
Can I?
First,
No, go ahead.
I was just say first. Can I see if this is BS? Maybe I'm just being too cautious again.
It seems very legit.
Okay. Then
The dog said, "How
Well,
dare you doubt the small spectral child?"
Okay. Can I has a roll to see if I know how to undo the binding? Because like I know how to bind.
Right.
Binding is one of my things, so it would make sense that I know how to undo it.
Yeah.
Can I assist?
Absolutely.
Because I know how
Remind
to
me,
ensnare.
what is the role that you have to make, Lucky, for that?
Glory and occult.
Okay. I forget. How's your intelligence?
My intelligence isn't too bad. It's 4.
Okay. It isn't too bad. 4 is like bordering on should be in Mensa. Yeah, I would say let's do intelligence and occult.
Okay.
Because the glory is more to like actually make it happen.
And then 2 of these are supposed to be of the 7 I'm rolling. 2 of them should be rage dice.
Yes, and then you get an added dice because Nox is assisting.
Okay, so 6, 7, 8.
Not mean this time.
Okay. Sweet, no ones or twos on the rage. What's a success? I
Six
have
as
lots
well.
of successes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Okay.
One of them is a 10. Two
Okay.
9s.
It's a shame that
A
there wasn't another
6 and a
10.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with 5 successes, you have a pretty decent idea. You've never tried to unbind something because typically once things are bound, they can be released. You did release your, I think you released your hanky ghost. I think.
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay.
did.
But that's not. It's usually not on something so temporary. It's usually on something that's more permanent. Like, oh my god, why can't I think of it now? The ritual dagger, the clave, things like
Yes.
that are more permanent bound spirits. You are pretty sure that you can do the same kind of thing, but to release them instead.
Okay. Would I have to do it like one at a time or do like
Um,
a super cool anime bullshit moment where with a spirit bomb I free them all?
no, I think you can definitely attempt. It will make it a little more difficult, but not horribly so. Uh, I think that your friends can and probably should help if they're so willing.
Hey, I think okay. Uh, little child, what is your name? I don't want to just call you child.
Oh,
That's mean.
I don't I don't remember. Been here a very long time.
Mm, all right. You should never name spirits yourself, so I am not going to give you a name. But I will try to. I think I can help. I think. Do not get your hopes up. Please do not. I hate disappointing people, and I feel like I do that a lot. So let's just do a thing. Let's do some trying.
This is the
Knox,
sack of
Ollie.
potatoes all over again.
You're gonna be mean to a man who apologizes to a sack of potatoes. I stand by this statement forever and always. It is so cold in my fucking apartment right now.
So my clave is my gun, so I whip out my gun, I guess.
The child looks terrified.
So I can't kill you. You're already dead.
Lucky.
Well, okay,
And
this is what I use to ban spirits, so maybe I can use it to unban them.
and I will say, here you look at this clave and it does not look like it does normally. You can see because it has like Garou glyphs and things engraved in it. You can see that all of those glyphs are glowing with like the
Ooh.
best color that I can think of is like the Disney bad guy green, but like it doesn't give bad guy
Like
vibe.
Maleficent.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Or whenever Scar's doing the be prepared and the green
Yeah.
smoke coming out of the little things. Yeah.
So Maleficent fire, be prepared fire. Yeah.
Exactly. But it doesn't feel malevolent in any way. And you can see that there is. What kind of animal would you like it to be that is bound? Like it's not an animal per se; it's a spirit that is shaped like an animal. But
It's shaped. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like a wolf.
oh yeah, it could be anything. I mean, we've run into some real weird spirits.
Okay. Does it have to be an animal?
Technically not.
Because part of me wants to, since I mentioned anime bullshit, the Very Gay Lucky, I think it would be funny if it was just a queen, you know? Like just a straight up diva. Jessica
Amazing.
Rabbit, cabaret dancer.
You know, You know,
really heavy, large tracts of land, you know.
So hear me out. There are a lot of spirits that they're not always animal shaped. Some of them are more like human like or inhuman, but still like bipedal,
Mhm.
sort of ish human. I think that this would probably make sense to be not human because you wouldn't
Mhm.
trap a human or Garou spirit, like nothing like that that has free will and like higher intelligence. But these spirits that are just kind of beings of energy that don't necessarily have the same level of intelligence and things um, will sometimes choose to allow
Are you
themselves to be
calling
better.
my spirit a bimbo?
I mean, if they want to be,
They probably are.
you know, that's fair. There's
It's
nothing wrong with that.
like Elwoods. Elwoods in her Halloween costume is
Amazing,
who
amazing.
this is. She dresses as a rabbit, right? Like that's
Yeah,
again like for this poor tall gay werewolf. Spirit is just Elwoods in her Halloween costume.
the most
Yeah.
logical of
Yeah.
spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I do think that they're probably a little bit inhuman. Like maybe they don't have a
Like it's
face.
actual ears.
Oh yeah,
I think she's wearing a mask and like little whiskers drawn on the mask and no eye holes.
yeah,
Or maybe
yeah.
it's three. No, it's got a little Ava, like 3 eyes on each side.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
yeah.
I think probably mouth is a little too big, a little too creepy if you
Yeah.
look too long. But
It's just a hole. It's just blackness and void in
yeah,
there. Yeah.
absolutely. I love
It
that. It's terrifying.
sparkles with the universe.
It's both terrifying and sexy. Perfect
Yeah.
combination.
Ollie's staring and terrified and attracted at the same time.
Yeah, Ollie's here to simp.
Ollie, please restrain yourself.
Meanwhile, Ollie's like, hear me out.
Nox, no. Immediately shut down. This is like the
Listen,
hear
we're
me
not-
out cake, and Nox just threw the cake on the floor.
No, we're not here to king shame.
I'm not king shaming. However,
keep asking why.
no.
Yeah, so you have never really seen this spirit, Lucky. It was already bound. This is a weapon that was passed down for generations. And for the first time, it's made itself known to you. You can sort of see it start to emerge from this gun. And tell me how you want to go about this unbinding.
In my head, how I see this is I don't question the spirit. I think I've been told of her. Like maybe I've seen drawings. My dad passed this down to me. My grandpa passed it down to him. And so I know of her. They call her Henrietta.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
And what Lemon does in this cool animated sequence, you know, he points the gun up in the air, fires, and like I mentioned with like the cork gun, the string being tied, you see the string as it reshapes into Henrietta, and quick as a rabbit, she jumps between person to person, connecting the bindings with her bullet string, and then using her rabbit ears, cuts the string, and ideally that breaks the binding.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me let's do the same roll for the binding, the glory plus occult.
Okay.
And then if Nox and Ollie are helping, then you get 2 bonus die.
Yes, I will help. I will use my occult knowledge, I guess.
I feel like Nox is like, I'm not mean, but still tries to help.
Yeah.
Okay,
Never
so
mind.
Nox is not
Lucky.
helping.
No, Nox is helping. Nox is
Okay.
just upset you called them mean.
And
Like,
I'm
how
gonna
could you?
give you an extra 2 bonus die just because this is fabulous.
Oh my gosh, I have to get 2 more. Hold on. Let me. I already used my phantom. Okay, I'm gonna use my Phantom Thief dice.
Ooh, I love the name.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
My Heart Stealers. Okay, excellent. So that's 1, 2, 3. Surprisingly, only 4 successes.
Okay. If you want, you do not have to. If you want, you can spend willpower to re-roll
Okay,
some of your failures.
all right. And one of my rage dice is a 2.
Okay. So as long as you don't
Uh,
get another 1 or 2 on rage dice.
Okay. So what can I spend to reroll the failures?
Willpower.
Willpower. Where is my willpower?
Right under your health.
Ooh, okay. So I just
Or next to your health.
is it 1 per dice?
Yes.
Okay. Shoot, I'll do 3.
Okay. Just keep in mind, you don't necessarily die per se from losing all your willpower, but it still
Oh.
won't be bad.
Then I'll do 2.
Okay.
And that's 2 more successes. Awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's 6 successes.
Yeah, with 6 successes, absolutely. I think that not only does Henrietta go around and cut all of these bindings, but you see that all of these spirits had been, like I said, they were translucent, they were kind of gray, but more on the dark end of the gray. You see that now they look more energized, more of like a pale blue. And none of them speak the same language as you, but you get kind of the general idea, other than obviously the child. You get kind of the idea that they want revenge.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
So, Ollie,
Mm-hmm.
you're the one who brought everybody here.
Yes. Can I bring them with us?
You can certainly try.
Ooh, I like this. Let's bring our ghost friends with us.
Yeah.
They can set the house on fire.
They can rip this guy or this vampire apart. We don't know anything about this vampire.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your Rite of Shadow Passage roll, please.
Okay. Let's go check renown and occult, which I have a lot of renown.
I would hope so. One of us does.
Is it
Everybody
good?
is. Listen.
Yeah.
Shush.
Oh wait, what the hell?
Hush your face.
Wait, where am I renown? Oh, wisdom, right? Wisdom. That's the one.
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah, none of you
Yeah.
have it. I'm sorry.
I apparently don't
None of
need
us
it.
are.
Nox is just there to be mean to Percy, apparently.
I just said sometimes.
Yeah.
Nox is
And-
sometimes mean.
And he's into that, so it works.
Fucking God damn it, Drain. You are getting a strongly worded Discord message from me.
So how'd you do, Alana?
I haven't rolled yet. I was just checking to see if there's anything I can add.
Me, when I play D&D.
Add
Wait.
die to investigations that are occult, but that's investigation, so
Yeah.
I don't think that's useful. That's okay. I have 9 dice. Wait,
Decent.
yeah, 9 dice.
You got this. I believe. I believe so hard.
My container is too small, so I'm just gonna use a counter.
All the dice go everywhere.
Oh, so many 10s. Oh, fuck. That's amazing.
Oh,
We getting
Four
out of here
tens.
today, boys.
4
It's a prison
tens.
break.
No.
I knew Knox would break out of prison
Holy
one day.
shit. Holy shit. That's all I gotta say. I only got. I have 7 successes.
Jesus.
And then
You only got.
4 of them
4
are
tens.
tens.
Is that
Jesus
okay? So 4
fucking-
of them are tens. Is that 7 successes counting the doubled,
No,
or is
that'd
that
be
like
more.
7 on the dice?
That's 7 successes on the dice, and then 4 of them are success or
Jesus, that is-
tens.
That is 11 successes. I've only seen one better roll in World of Darkness, and it was only by 1 point.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
So
happy this worked.
11 successes. Knox, the veil here, the gauntlet that separates the physical world from the Umbra, feels strange. It doesn't feel like it normally does. Normally, it is like this violent, chaotic storm that you're like fighting your way through. It's like pushing against a windstorm, but it feels light. It feels like it's easier to pass through than you remember. And you do notice that not only are the spirits who were immediately with you, like this large group that were all bound, not only are they waiting to pass through as you are starting this ritual, but you see dozens of other spirits making their way to this gathering. And as you open this gateway, this shadow passage carries you through, hundreds of spirits pour through. Now, I am going to let the 3 of you go first. You do have a little bit of the element of surprise. I would also allow you, if you wanted, to shift before you go through.
Heck yeah, I'm
You're going.
shifting. Shifting. Super helpful. I'm gonna kill this vampire.
Super
Shifting.
helpful, intense, terrifying. Intense
There's
again.
at first. Intense.
Oh, listen,
fighting.
I can't spell.
Terrifying. You're too pretty to spell.
Exactly. Or to do math.
No, it's the queerness is for math.
Yeah.
Too queer to math. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You got me
The
there.
question is, do I want to go Krynos or Hispo?
I mean,
Rhinos?
Should I go Krynos? Is that what I'm hearing? Are you being that influence right now?
I was gonna do Krynos.
Fuck it, we ball.
Logistically, can I do Krynos if I'm doing the
yes.
moving us through? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
Let's
that too
go.
then.
So all 3 of you need to give me 2 rage checks, please.
2 rage checks.
Now,
Uh,
just keep in mind, Nox and Ollie, if you fail both of these, y'all are in deep shit. That's
So
bad.
I only
You already
failed
have 3
one.
rage. Okay, no, you're good. You're good.
oh, okay.
No, I'm
So
afraid.
we're just looking for ones and
Do
twos.
it,
Nothing
do
else
it,
matters.
do it.
No, you're looking for, like, the 1s and 2s would be bad
Okay.
normally, but for this you just need a success.
Okay. So first roll 1 success.
Okay.
Okay.
Second roll 2 successes. In 8 and a 10. So that's 3 successes out of 4.
Yes.
Fantastic.
2
Yeah,
success.
so you do not gain any rage.
2
Alana, how'd
successes.
you do?
One was a 10.
Nice.
Knox is just
Unfortunately,
mad.
yeah, 10s unfortunately don't do much on this.
I know.
But the 3 of you are shifting as you are crossing over into the physical world. And you see the form that you had seen previously. You can assume, at least that's what this is, of this vampire, is hunched down in the corner, has something that they are just like shoveling into their mouth. And as the 3 of you approach, you can see that it is like half rotten intestines.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was a liver.
And some
No.
fava beans.
No. Okay.
No. Like I said, this vampire is like the older, more powerful version of the vampire that I'm playing in Extrals game, and I had a delightful time making my other players feel uncomfortable. 1 second.
Sound like a train.
Now I'm attempting to draw Henrietta.
Yay! I'm excited.
Sorry, anytime my air conditioner or heat kicks on, it's incredibly loud, and I forgot to turn it off before we started the recording. And then it was just going to be like, yeah, it's fine. But no, I was having a great time horrifying the other players because we were torturing this kindred who we had captured to try and get information, and I was like, I have all this medical knowledge. Let me vivisect them. Let me dissect them while they're alive and eat their lung in front of them. It's fine. Everything's fine. It worked.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
So what are the three of you doing?
Contemplating my life choices.
They're hunched over.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an element of surprise, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna lie to you right now, Chief. I feel like Nox is like a centimeter from going and crashing out on someone right now. Like you could just you could smell the air wrong, and Nox is like it's done. Nox is snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I only got one left.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
So I feel like Nox is just looking at has probably like shifted and is like growling, like foaming at the mouth right now, just ready to tear into something.
Yeah, because in Krynos,
yeah,
in Krynos it's kind of like Hulk, where you can't say a lot. You can just say like a couple of words. So it's just like all rage.
Yeah, I feel like Nox is looking at both of them in their Krynos form and is just like giving a stare of "let me at him."
Nox is like the angry Chihuahua, but scarier.
The Chihuahua on a motorbike.
Yes.
And
listen, we all knew Nox was unhinged when y'all put me on a horse with a shotgun and a pistol.
Listen, it's the Wild West. It's just what you do.
Exactly.
I just realized Krynos probably wasn't my best friend because I'm a shooter.
It's fine.
And, like, I've got nothing in Brawl.
So
I don't think I have anything in Brawl either, but fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, you do get +4 bonus to any kind of physical tests when you're in Krynos. So like, even if you don't have anything, you get 4 dice extra.
Okay. Well,
and your health increases.
How much should I heal? Because I took more than the superficial. I took like 3 of them, but it was the like more severe one.
Yeah, the aggravated. So aggravated, like I was saying about Lucky, that you can't really heal those through regeneration alone. It takes a lot more time and like specific care and things like that. But you were able to at least heal enough that like you're not just gonna get wrecked.
How wicked is the scar gonna be?
Depends on you. Like, are you gonna let it scar, or are you gonna try and heal it up?
No, that shit's scarring.
Immediately, Nox is like, "Give me some whiskey." Just pours it on.
Nox drinking the whiskey, fuck cleaning that shit. Put some dirt on it. We're fine.
Here's rough Henrietta.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I love
Henrietta.
Ollie, please.
Ollie is marrying Henrietta ASAP.
Ollie already with a ring. But where did you get that? Don't worry about it.
I've been keeping it for just this moment. An old
I've had
fortune
this-
teller told me that this would happen.
I prepared years in advance.
Would not be surprised. So what are the three of you doing?
Attacking.
Besides
Attacking.
foaming at the mouth, waiting.
I
for the
don't. Yeah, I
immediate-
don't. I don't need to give him some sort of speech or whatever. I'm just going for it. I'm going for the throat.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Uh,
as soon as Lucky's off, Nox is off.
Nox is
I
already
will have
gone.
All three of you give me a strength plus brawl, which I realize, Nox, you only have 1 dot in one of those. But don't
Uh-huh.
forget, you get that 4
Right.
dice bonus.
Okay, so yeah, I only have in strength. I've got nothing in brawl.
Yep, so same thing.
Okay.
I love that you,
So-
you both have the exact same thing. So it's 5 dice.
Yeah. For
Don't
all
forget,
of us.
Nox. Don't forget, Nox. 4 out of
Wait,
5 of your dice are rage dice.
so I've got. Hold on.
Oh, right.
Okay, so I've got 4 from Krynos.
Yes, and 1 from strength.
Yes. I've got 2 from strength.
Oh, I thought you said you only had 1.
I've got 2 in strength and nothing in brawl.
Gotcha. So you
Yeah.
have more than everyone else.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
5.
Oh, it's
5
time, motherfucker.
successes. Oh my gosh, that's 2 10s. 2 10s.
Oh, hell yeah.
I also
So
have 2
5 successes on the dice.
Yeah, 5 successes on the dice. 2
Oh,
of those are
okay.
10s.
Amazing. So 7 successes.
I have 3 successes. 2 of those are 10s.
I
So
only,
Amazing.
I only
So
have
that's-
2 successes.
Oh no, Ollie. Were any of
But
them
none of-
10s?
No, unfortunately not this time. That was used up. That luck's gone.
Yeah.
And that was a 2 on one of my rage dice.
If it's just 1, then it's okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you gotta have 2. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was hoping that we would get oops all crits on this one, but it's fine, Ollie. You're there. You're doing
It's
stuff.
okay. You got us
Um,
out with your crits. Now me and Lucky are about to go tear this motherfucker apart.
Um,
You go think about how to court Henrietta. We'll be back.
First of all, Alana, is Ollie attacking with claws or teeth?
I would probably go with claws.
Okay. Claws do more, but it's superficial, which is fine. But because you had less successes, that means that you can do, your thing. So Ollie just runs in and just kind of slashes at this dude's back. Nox. Same question. Claws or teeth?
Probably claws as well.
Okay. At this point, it's starting to add up because Ollie did a decent, for not rolling that many successes, did a decent bit of damage. Nox, you rolled a lot better and are able to really tear into this dude. Lucky. Same question. Claws or teeth?
I was going to use teeth for the aggravated.
Yeah.
But now, I just think it'd be funny if we all just went in claws.
I mean,
Right.
aggravated
Just another +3.
is better in a lot of ways because it is harder to heal.
But also, we're just trying to kill this bitch.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go with claws.
Biden's Achilles heel.
So, Lucky, tell me, you don't quite finish him off with your claws, but tell me what you do as the last Garou attacker.
I slash his Achilles tendons.
Amazing.
Like, I imagine that Nox and Ollie are just diving right in at
Right.
the top. And so, Lucky, awkward,
Just
gangly Krynos Lucky is doing like a baseball slide in, and as he slides past, just ripping out the Achilles tendon.
Probably because you did a fair bit of damage. I would imagine like you ripped the tendon, but also like the entire ankle is just gone.
Yeah, probably his calves too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just this grown ass
all the-
person who's like been sliced out. They're being held up by like
Yeah. Like the entire calf muscle just gone. And then you see he starts to stand to try to fight back on his stump of a leg, missing most of the flesh. Turns to face you and sees hundreds of spirits pouring out of the Shadowlands. And as they pounce on him, you see that he is drug. It seems like they somehow take him through the wall, and all you can hear are his screams. Who knows what they're going to do to him? But they're getting their revenge, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
You okay, Lee?
I really like that.
I hope that little ghost child punches that motherfucker in the neck.
Yeah.
No,
Beat his
the
ass.
ghost child. As the three of you have just witnessed this, the ghost child, after you turn around, everything's kind of quiet. You can maybe hear the echoes of the scream still. Passes through last, not witnessing any of the carnage, and says, "Thank you. It's been a very long time, and he liked to make people do really, really bad things to hurt other people. I didn't want to do that. So thank you for freeing us."
Nox is trying very hard not to cry.
Ollie too.
In Krynos form.
Yeah, genuinely, it's just like the dog whimpering.
Aw.
And you see that as the three of you are maybe coming down a little bit from the adrenaline high, that she just fades away. And Ollie, like I said, it was strange the way that the barrier was thin. But as you look around inside the house, you can see that this vampire had been doing something occult. You can't quite tell what, because their methods are a little bit different than what you're used to seeing from Garou, or even from some of the things that you saw from the mages. But you get the sense that he was trying intentionally to thin the barrier with the binding in place so that he could control and potentially even like capture more spirits.
Well, that's not good. Is it because the bindings are gone? Has some of it like returned, or like the barrier?
It's hard for you to tell how quickly that might happen. It seems like it's still very thin, but it's also something you could potentially consult with, some of the elder Garou about. And maybe this is a good way to get back in their good graces.
Yeah.
Did all those pranks and made everybody all upset, and then you killed some mages and stopped a horrible vampire from tormenting Wraiths.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should probably tell the council about this for sure. For sure, because this is weird.
Tell the council, because they're not going to listen to us.
Sorry, I have like a frog in my
This
lap.
is my proxy.
You're not supposed to eat the frogs, Elena.
I had an allergic reaction last night, so my voice is a little effed up today.
I mean, it sounds fine to me, but I get it. Sometimes it doesn't feel fine.
Yeah. I keep like doing, like that sound where it sounds like I don't know, like your throat's vibrating extra when you're laughing.
I'll just take your word for it.
That doesn't happen if I hit my allergen. That shit closes up. I ain't feeling shit.
Who needs to breathe, right? It's overrated.
Right?
I don't know, but them crab legs were good.
No.
No,
Listen.
don't.
This is a
No.
developed allergy. Do you know how annoying that is? I was eating crab until 23.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've got some like that too.
Mine's
I blame my father.
alcohol. I can't be around alcohol.
I would
Yeah.
rather be allergic to alcohol. Give me my damn shrimp scampi back.
Okay, but like, while this is wildly off topic, but I mean, think about it. Like, you can't go to concerts.
Yeah. This is what I did
I've never
yesterday. Is why
I've
I'm
never been to a concert.
What?
What?
I've never been to a concert, so it doesn't
That
matter.
is wild. That is wild.
Can we?
They don't
take
have them a lot down here. The last one they had down here was Chapel Roan, and I fucking missed it.
No.
Also, the tickets were fucking expensive.
Okay, and
Like ridiculous. Like, okay, I'm still mad. We'll get back to the game eventually, because I spent a lot of money several years ago on MCR tickets and didn't get to go. This was like the same kind of price range as MCR. So, you know, it's a lot of money for a brand new artist.
listen, but I love her.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
fine.
technically, she's
That's
not
fair.
brand new. She's been around for like 4 or 5 years. She just didn't get popular until this year.
Yeah. Listen. She's from here. I literally live like a few miles from where she grew up. So yeah, no, I know that she's not new, but like the album is, like you said, recently blown up, so might as well be new at this point.
Fair.
But anyway, so as we have
Now that I have
resolved,
shocked y'all with my lack of concerts.
yeah, you know, like you do. So now that you all have resolved, in theory, your little ghost issue for the time being, what would the three of you be up to? What would our little group be doing from here?
What time is it?
Good question. It was daytime when you got here, and then it was like kind of dark once you went into the little pocket realm. As you leave, also, are you doing anything with the house before you
Burning
leave?
it.
Burning
Burn
it.
it.
We're burnt. Well,
Yeah.
first,
So
before we burn it, is there anything that of value, or to make sure he doesn't, like Vampire Dude doesn't come back, like a lich or some shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think all of you have enough occult knowledge to know, while you didn't see him get killed, there's a pretty good chance that, especially with all the weapons they had, that they could have easily beheaded, dismembered, done all the things that would end him permanently. And you know, it's a few hundred ghosts, so like, what are the odds that a few hundred ghosts would be like, let's just let him live?
Okay. And nothing in the house of like
Nothing valuable.
No. So it seems like whatever knowledge he had was stored in his head.
Is there
There was
anything we
nothing.
can like possibly send back to the families? Like, is there any like lockets or anything?
That is a good question, because one of the things with wraiths is they have some sort of fetter that binds them, that lets them stay, like, to come back to what they call the Skinlands, the physical realm. Yeah, I think that there probably is like a steamer chest, or like a trunk, and it is just full of letters, lockets, like nothing of significant value that you could be like, oh, I'm going to sell this, but dozens of very clearly sentimental objects.
Okay. Is it possible for I don't know if the rest of you will partake, but I want to try and drop this off like anonymously at the like sheriff's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. That way, at least some of the families can get closure. Maybe not all of them, but
Right. Yeah. Nox, as the three of you are going to drop this off, it is pretty late. Everything is quiet, dark. And you hear boots, the jingle of spurs behind you.
does it sound like a like? I'm assuming we all shifted back out of Krynos into like our.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
You're not
cool.
It does
Just wanna
take
make
more
sure.
power damage to stay in Krynos when you're not like doing violence. So
Understandable. Me too. Okay. Does it sound like footsteps that I would recognize?
mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if it's goddamn Percival, I'm throwing a rock. I'm picking up a rock.
Do you turn
Where's
around?
Yeah, turn around. I got a rock in hand.
It
I
most
will fight
definitely
a hoe.
is. Just sort of like leaned against the post of a nearby building, and
I hate this man so
it
much.
says, "It's awfully nice of you, bringing all that back."
So you knew it was there.
I didn't know. I'd heard rumors. Had some dealings with the mages, but I think you can imagine not exactly the sort they wanted to associate with too publicly.
Are you still spying on us?
Yeah, stop spying on Ollie.
Yeah, it's creepy.
No, I don't think it's me.
Nox is just like, I don't want to hear it right now, Ollie.
No, I wasn't spying. I was just on my way out of town.
Oy.
Ollie.
Real life Ollie is making a lot of noise right now.
She needs to be heard.
Honestly, she has wisdom. She needs to speak to us.
Mm-hmm. Which is just screaming.
That's honestly good on her. Scream.
Yeah. But yeah, Nox. Percy just says that he was on his way out of town and happened to come across the three of you.
Going, you leaving for a while? A long while?
Well, if I had a reason to come back, I might, but
Then again, you can fly, I guess. So I guess it doesn't take long for you to really get anywhere, now that I think about that.
You can buy me a drink. And you can come back for that.
you know what? I'll take you up on that.
Nox is just
Righteous.
laughing at Lucky.
Lucky's just gonna hook up with all of the Pharaoh.
Yeah.
He felt
As-
kind of guilty because he was like, I'll come back if I have a reason. So I was like, sure, let's give him a reason. I feel bad. Buy me a drink.
Oh my God. Nox is
So
just
very
like, Lucky,
non-flirty.
Lucky's like, Nox is like, Lucky, you sweet summer child. I adore you to bits.
But also maybe hate him a little bit right now because
No, I don't even. I feel like Nox is under the understanding that this is just how Lucky is. Like, this man is polite to dirty socks. Like, I don't. Just Pat, you sweet baby.
Ollie just winks and tips their hat.
to Percy or to Nox?
To
Yes.
probably to Percy. To both. Yeah, to both. Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like Nox is just like, well, if you're going to go do whatever it is you do in your free time, I suppose I should be polite and say, have a nice trip, don't die.
You can come with if you want.
No, thank you. I feel like I will try and strangle you in your sleep.
You know, challenge accepted.
Why are you like this? I don't understand. Were you dropped on your head as a child? Is this some kind of weird, like, bro thing? I don't.
And Knox, while you're trying to figure this out, probably even I would imagine like turn to Ollie to,
It's
do
that
the
woman with the
eyebrow
math
communication.
equations.
Yeah, you gotta do some eyebrow communication real quick.
Yeah, like, Knox just looks at Ollie and it's like, I don't understand. Please. Help.
And as you turn back to just continue,
I swear to God, if you do what I think you're about to do, I will light this bitch the fuck up.
he's
I'm
not standing
swinging.
there anymore.
Knox goes
Did
to
he
back to
style?
turn to look at Ollie and it's like, where the fuck did man go? He's like 6'6". Where did he go?
I have no idea. No idea.
Ollie,
That's-
you've definitely witnessed this happen a bunch of times, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either bat or, just stealthing away. The usual.
And I do think at some point, at least Ollie, you were informed, I don't remember by who, that is one of the things that the werebats can do. Like they can kind of just pass through shadows
Mhm.
into other places.
Yeah. I think I witnessed it early on.
Yeah. Also, being nighttime, everything's kind of a shadow.
Sorry.
Knox is just so perpetually confused. I feel like I low key want to see if I could just like incite that as Knox, because I feel like Knox is just like no understanding.
I think Ollie probably tries to explain it.
Oh yeah.
Whether
It's like,
it actually makes sense to Knox or not is the real question.
It's kind of like how we slip into the Umbra, but like shadows instead.
No, I mean why he acts the way he does, not how he disappeared.
That's
That's
what I was
another
asking-
conversation.
That's what I was asking the insight about. What do you mean that's another conversation? We have conversations all the time. I don't understand. Why can't you just tell me?
I think that's more of a you got to go study that newfangled thing, psychology.
Yeah, that
I
thing.
just look at Lucky. Lucky, explain it to me, please.
I could take you to the library. We could talk about it.
Knox is like, you're a man.
Yeah, Knox is literally like, you're a man. I don't understand. Do all men act like this, or is it just him?
It's like 50-50.
If he acted like you, I might actually tolerate him significantly more.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
What did he mean?
lonely.
Challenge accepted. Who tries to get
I
strangled in their
believe you could
sleep?
quit.
Again, don't kink shame.
Knox is just what?
And with that,
high
is
or
there
low?
anything else our little trio would like to do?
Nope.
Oh,
I think this is a. Ooh. Okay.
I would like to report back to the council and let them know what's been going on.
Yeah. I think that you try to reach them, and you get like the mystical equivalent of their like voicemail.
Yes. What does it say, or what does it do? Please describe.
You don't get words, but you get the idea that they are not nearby, like they're not able to respond. Essentially, the council is busy right now. Please leave a message. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
they have Ollie's number like on an auto send.
No, you do know that the last time that all of you spoke with them, they were talking about going down south to deal with the Storm Eater.
Ooh, could Ollie just quickly check in on them through Augur? And just see
Yeah.
if they can see how they're doing?
Yeah, you sure could. Give me, I would say, intelligence and occult.
That is a lot of dice. Ah. I got 4 successes.
Okay.
Oh, just never mind. It's just 110. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit of time. You are concentrating. What would Ollie's typical method of scrying be? Because you have to have some sort of reflective surface.
Yeah. I would find a mirror or water.
Okay.
Or like even like a bowl of water.
Probably like a barrel around that you used for who knows what. But there is still some sort of liquid in there. And it takes a little bit of time. You do a lot of like scanning, trying to figure out where they are. It's kind of like, on the radio where you have the scan and it like hits different things and you're like catching little glimpses of stuff. And then eventually you do see that there is a fairly large gathering there's an Alana having a heart attack IRL. Anyway, you do see there is a large gathering of Garou. Somewhere, even though you can't hear or smell or really do anything other than see, you can tell that it is somewhere, like you can almost see the heat radiating, even though it's nighttime. From the ground, you can see that there are large like mesas and cacti, and it is somewhere that you're probably not super familiar with in the physical world. But you can see this physical storm raging in the material world, and these couple dozen Garou are doing some sort of battle with it. You can see that there are some of them who look to be younger, who are like physically trying to fight that, and then there are like these twisted humanoid forms that look like they've probably been infested with some kind of spirit that has done horrible things to them. But then you also see there are about a dozen elder Garou who seem to be conducting some sort of ritual. You're muted.
I call can Nox and Lucky see through my auger? No, it's just me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll describe to them what's happening and tell them that they're there and fighting it actively and tell them about the weird twisted forms and all that. So they know what's going on.
Right. It's like a sports broadcaster, but with werewolves.
I really thought you were just going to say sports bra. It's like a sports bra. What? Why is it like a...
Why did
it's like a sports
bra? My brain did the exact same thing. I heard sports bra first.
Everybody's got boobs on the brain.
Apparently.
It is
Big old tracts of land, That's
We
what
love jiggle
Henrietta's got.
physics.
Jiggle physics.
Yeah, they did break your brain that one day.
Listen. I regret nothing.
Would there be any response from the other two as Ollie is narrating, giving you the play-by-play on this spiritual battle?
I feel like Nox is just like, so what I'm hearing is we could lose like all of them if this doesn't go right.
Potentially.
Then where does that leave us? Because this is a bunch of old people fighting.
We become the council. Ah, that's terrifying.
Ollie,
I think I'd be
Ollie,
okay in the council.
Ollie, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, and I love you with my whole heart. No.
No, I agree. I don't think I belong on the council. I like my gathering of information more than, and my pranks more than being sat down at a council and doing that sort of thing. And maybe knowing secret knowledge, but you know.
Yeah, but you can get secret knowledge from blackmail, eavesdropping, theft. Like, you don't have to
It's too late. I already know some secret knowledge. But
sleep with a
I'm not gonna
council
get
member.
into
I don't
that.
know.
All the above.
All of the above. So we have to just wait, I guess, to see what happens to them if they
I
succeed or
think
fail.
so.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't-
Until next
I-
time.
And Ollie, the little
Upset.
whine.
Upset by the realization.
Mhm. Where we will leave this is, Ollie, as you are observing still and giving this play-by-play, you do see that the elders, there is some sort of like spiritual energy that starts to emanate from them. And you can see that the storm looks like it has these like golden bindings wrapping around it. And watching this, you see as all 12 of these Garou, these very venerable Garou, disappear, and the storm along with it. And with that, your ability to augur on this fades because you no longer have anyone there who you have a connection to close enough that you would be able to easily link to them. And you get the distinct sense that they are no longer amongst the living.
Ollie, they're pretty devastated by this. You kind of see their eyes open wide and their mouth hanging a little agape because they're just in shock right now as they witness the council literally disappear before their eyes.
I will say it wasn't all just the council that you saw here. Some of them you don't recognize. They seem like they are probably Garou from other places.
So it's some of the council, though. But the one that we know was part of that. Remind me.
I don't remember where I wrote it down. I have it somewhere, but I can't find it now.
I wrote it down somewhere too. I forget where.
Anyway, yes, the one who lectured you and was not a huge fan of you is no longer with the living.
Ollie just kind of leans back and says, well, they all just gave their lives. And the storm appears to be gone too. We just lost 12 Garou doing that. And I lost my connection to the augur with that.
So the storm is gone, but a good chunk of our community is also gone.
Yeah. And I'm fairly certain they're dead.
Okay. So...
Oh boy.
The response.
Well, to be fair, Nox has no attachment to those people. Like,
yeah.
Yes, but they were also mean to Ollie. And then, like, from what they've told Nox on multiple occasions, that they knew what they were getting into going in there, and that's why it's the older generation that does it.
And they did specifically tell you not to come with them.
Yeah.
So what is the technical next step. I would imagine they have somebody in line to take their place. I don't think they would be stupid enough to just not leave anyone to counsel the council.
I would assume, but maybe they'll call a meeting of some sort to figure that out.
Mm. That's incredibly uncomfortable with emotions I don't know how to process at this current moment. Like, I'm sorry they're gone, but they literally signed up for that. They literally signed up. They signed their own suicide note.
Yeah.
Not so much suicide.
Sacrifice.
Self-sacrifice, but
That's just suicide in different font.
that's what matters, okay?
You're gonna look me
Anyway.
in my eye.
Anyway,
look me in
that
my
is
face
a
and
great
lie to me.
place for us to wrap. As there
Wow,
is
I'm re-saying that. Wicked work, Rain. Wicked work.
there's a lot of work to be done in the Garou community, but there's maybe some people who are still left who can do that, and then the three of you who can just cause all the shenanigans. So
Yeah.
We get to clean up shenanigans that we didn't even start.
Exactly.
all right. Well, thank you all so much. This is probably it for a little bit. I'm sure we'll be back at some point to play more, but yeah, the holidays are coming up and all that. So yeah, we will catch you all next time. So.
Bye.
My hands are
Bye.
too cold to move.